What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another FC25 Evolution video where today we're going to look at the best options for the low-driven legend. This is a free Evo that on the face of it doesn't actually look like a great Evo, but I think once you open the bonnet up and take a look at what's underneath, this can be a fantastic one for chainable Evos, which is a nice place to be with Team of the Season starting tomorrow. So let's talk about the low-driven legend, guys. The overall is max 90. And whenever I see evolutions where there's an overall max 90, I just immediately think I have to put in like a 90 or an 89 or an 88. And I don't really think about the fact that I can very easily and very comfortably put in, you know, a 60 or a 70 or an 80. And I do appreciate as well that people don't really want to start new chains now because, like, who wants to play with like a bronze card now or whatever? But even with what's available right now, there's some banging chains, and I'm going to take you through them here today. So this is overall max 90, shooting max 90, dribbling max 89, physical max 85, playstyles max 9, playstyle plus is max 2, and position is striker. And the overall upgrades, guys, is 7 overall with 12 pace, 13 shooting, and 13 passing. And then between 12 and 15 in the dribbling categories, so about a 13 or 14 overall upgrade for the dribbling. It is all stat limited in the dribbling into the 90 and 91 regard. The shooting is stat limited at 92, pace at 93, and passing sadly at 87. But that doesn't mean you still can't take advantage of the passing one way or another. And then it also gives low driven shot, first touch, trickster, and technical as playstyles. And it also gives low driven shot plus and first touch plus as playstyle pluses. And it gives advanced 4 plus plus as a role. And so that is the upgrade that it gives, guys. And I think we can tell on this one for a change that the best options, you know, in terms of the most popular players, for example, has this Doumbia card. And I just don't like this as a good option because you have to put him through Hawk, and low-driven legend. And although he does come out as a pretty decent card, it's only 4-star, 5-star, doesn't have like elite stats for a 91 rated card. We've seen better. And, you know, only has Poacher and Advanced 4 plus plus, but has kind of like aerial and press proven. It does have quick step and technical, which is brilliant. It does have that low driven plus, which is brilliant. But you really want to get a 5-star weak foot player on it. And so I was looking around today, you know, after I did the 6 p.m. content, I was looking at like, okay, what have people done? You know, what have people done for like these, like, what do we look at for the best options? And you've got this Dalglish here. Now, it's a free Evo, right? So if you've got this 88 Dalglish and you can give him this evolution, and because he's already got 5-star weak foot, he gains in this one first touch and low driven as play styles, which is really, really nice. And it gains advanced 4 plus plus, which of course is really nice. On top of that, he gains 2 pace, 6 shooting and passing, and 7 dribbling. For this Dalglish, he probably is one of the best options if we're being honest, because it is quite a significant upgrade for a card like that. And all of a sudden, he's half decent, right? His passing for a striker is brilliant. His pace is very good. With the finisher chem style, he's got elite shooting, very good dribbling, and that low-driven, well, he has low-driven regular, not low-driven plus. And the more I looked at players, and we'll get the same sort of situation with Ronaldo as well here, the more I just didn't like what I was seeing. Low-driven and technical he gains as regular play styles, and then he also gains 7 pace, 2 shooting, 7 passing, and 5 dribbling for Ronaldo, and first touch plus. And that's not bad. You know, again, this Ronaldo card, actually, with the Hunter Chem style now, he's probably the best option, to be fair. What version of Ronaldo is this? It is his 500,000 coin total rush player. Some Evos, as I say, guys, some Evos are really good for high-rated players. You know, we've had a few over the last few weeks and months where I'm like, damn, that's a really, really sick one. I think this Evo is really good for lower-rated players. And I want to just find, for example, I had a look earlier on in a different video at Arsenal's bronze striker. But I want to take a look at, for example, Gabriel Jesus in this one. And what we can do with Gabriel Jesus. Not only as the low-driven legend by itself, because with that, he gains 10 pace, 12 shooting, 12 passing, and 3 dribbling. The problem you can see is he doesn't gain skill moves or weak foot, doesn't gain physical. He gains the first touch and low driven plus. It's nice. He gains trickster as well. It's nice. And just off, you know, on its own merits, this is a decent card in terms of those stats. Look at that with the finisher. That is decent. And this is why I think this is really, really good for lower rated cards. And I'm not just talking 80s and 82s and stuff. I'm talking like silvers and bronzes. Because once you've put Gabriel Jesus into low driven legend, he still then fits into Hawk and Hawk 2. And that gives him a further boost of Press Proven and 6 Physical. And then, of course, Hawk 2, now he's actually not eligible in it. But I bet you if we did it the other way around and put him into Hawk 2 first and Hawk and Hawk 2 first, like so, he's gained all of those stat boosts. He gains the extra physical. Now, oh, we can't because he's got too much physical, hasn't he? Isn't it max 85 physical? Yeah, so it's bit much the same. So if we instead looked at him through Golasso and gave him 99 shooting, and then Hawk 2, and then it's not eligible. Fun times for me. Even if it's just Golasso and wow, what's it taking away by putting him in there? Got too many playstyles, hasn't he? Is that what he's got? Too much shooting? Too many playstyles? No, he hasn't got too many playstyles. Hey, is it max shooting on this? Yeah, max shooting of 90. There we go. So more to the point, if we look at the evolution and go to let me just take a striker and have their rating at max 74 and apply that. And let's just take a random player here. Let's take Patrick Bamford, right? Patrick Bamford's got an 88 rated card from January or December. But if we put Patrick Bamford now, we can look at him first of all just in low driven legend and look at that for an upgrade, guys. A +7 overall only gains first touch plus, low driven plus, trickster and technical, gains advanced 4++, and gains 12 on the pace, 13 shooting, 13 passing, and 13 dribbling. And even just as an 81 rated, he's got some decent stats. So even if someone doesn't fit into some Evos now, like he actually goes into pump you up as well, which is banging. I wonder if we can put him in Hawk. Is pump you up still there? Yes. If we put him into Hawk 2, is pump you up still there? Yes. I don't know if I would put him in Hawk and Hawk 2 because he gains Trivela and Aerial and then Press Proven. I do quite like that though. That's the only thing he gains though. He doesn't really gain anything more. But look at this chain for Patrick Bamford that's active now that starts with the low driven legend, ends with pump you up. So it's a 25k Evo. And when we look at like that Ronaldo card, there's a 500k card. Yes, that Ronaldo gets a good upgrade. But for 25k, you can get a Patrick Bamford that looks like this. Insane physicals, insane shooting in the right areas, positioning, finishing, and shot power is good. Good pace. Definitely needs that boost in dribbling, but with the finisher chem style, that is a really good card for one of your low sort of Evo options. And that's me taking these with what's there now. Imagine you take a player, you give them the low driven legend. You don't have Hawk because you've used it already. You wait for a team of the season 1 to come, and all of a sudden you've got yourself a really, really tidy player because of the way it works. So in terms of the best options, guys, for this evolution, you know, I think for probably the first time since I've started doing evolution best options on this channel, I think the best option is taking a new player or a low-rated player that you've got and starting a brand new chain. So find somebody that has some properties already that make sense to you. Maybe you want somebody that's really tall, right? Skill moves and weak foot doesn't really matter because you will be able to change those with evolutions as time goes on anyway. But maybe you want somebody who's really tall. Maybe you want somebody who is part of like your favorite club or your favorite nation. And again, if we go pop this rating to like say max rating of 49, there's not going to be too many options here. But there's a handful of options. Now, I've already evoed quite a few of these on the crappers. But if you're, for example, who is that? Wrexham fan, even just putting Rainbird, what a name, by the way. Even just putting Rainbird in low driven legend only, the sheer volume of stats that he gains, and you guys know that I love certain things about stats where they're over the face card stat. He's got 82 pace, 63 dribbling, and 60 shooting for a 56 rated striker / left back, by the way. And he's got 55 passing with decent short passing and decent vision, which for a striker is decent. And his stamina is good as well, which for a striker is decent. So if we gave him even with just what is here now, like let's presume that you hadn't used all of these cards here. We put him in Hawk 1 and Hawk 2. He's now a 58 rated and he's gained a little bit more. He's actually gained 2 overall for 6 pace, 12 shooting, and 13 more physical for just the overall +2. We could put him into Gladiator because it does give another shooting boost of +8. It gives Bruiser and Block, though, so I don't think I would do that. I don't think we want that other boost. We could put him into Golasso, but that, of course, then omits him from... oh, no, we've already put him into Low Driven Legend, haven't we? I think if we put him into Golasso, I think he can no longer fit into Pump It Up, which is correct. But he gains Finesse Shot, Power Shot, Chip Shot, and 99 shooting. You're now looking at a 60 rated card with 99 shooting and 90 pace. The rest of the stats are terrible. I'm fully agree with you, fully on board with it. But if we look at him through Pump You Up, this is a 70 rated card with great pace, great physical, and great shooting. Give him a Hunter Chem style. He's got near max pace, near max shooting, basically max physical. What does he need work on? Well, he's 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. He's got Trickster, Technical, Travella, Aerial, Press Proven, and Bruiser. He's got Low Driven Plus and First Touch Plus. So he kind of needs like Finesse Shot, maybe Quick Step or Rapid. But he's 70 rated with these absolutely phenomenal stats. And so to cut a long story long, because I have made a meal of talking about this evolution and the best options for it, I think the best options are absolutely players that you want to start a chain with. When I look at these popular players, yes, I mean, some of them are nice, right? There was one I was looking at before that was quite nice. Like that Ronaldo was quite nice. This Griezmann's quite nice because he's already got Finesse Shot Plus. Giving him First Touch Plus as well is pretty good. But you don't get these 3-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. I just don't think this evolution is any good for anyone that's already got quite an established card. And so, like, maybe Dennis Bergkamp I like it on because he's got First Touch Plus already, so he gains Low Driven Plus, which I think is superb. However, he remains 4-star, 4-star, which is not so great, but with a finisher chem style at striker, that Dennis Bergkamp I think would actually be a joy to play with. But that is my kind of breakdown on the best options this time around. I would most definitely say is like starting a new chain. I just want to have a little look to see if I've got anybody that has sent me their best options. Not really. Oh, look at that. Somebody sent me this Nathan Redmond card. I'm going to show it to you on here because I can build the path because the path is active. But somebody is very, very happy that they can either use Adams from Torino or Redmond, and Redmond goes into Low Driven Legend first and then Pump You Up. And all of a sudden, you've got a 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill move guy, First Touch, Low Driven Plus, Rapid, Trickster, Technical, Press Proven, Aerial, Bruiser. Really nice shooting there, really nice physicals, although a little bit low on stamina. And then the Engine Chem style. It's a nice card, that one, not a great card. But that is going to be the end of the video for today, guys. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rate, and comment. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.